What's going on, guys? Marco here, and I'm back with a brand new video. I don't know if this makes a lot of noise, so I'm just gonna remove it. And yes, I try to dress up when I film a video. At first, I wanted to make a video of 3 books that actually had an effect on my life, or at least changed my life in some way. I wanted to talk about that, but then someone commented. I want to thank that person specifically. I'll put it up right now. Kenneth Julio, well, it's Filipino, it's probably Kenneth Julio, asked if I can make a video on books, TV series, and movies that I could recommend. So I thought, you know what, why not just have fun with it? So this video is going to be about books, TV series, and movies that I have been enjoying or I have enjoyed throughout my stay here in Tuguegarao. So here are a few TV series that I've been watching that I have enjoyed. First one is my all-time favorite TV series on Netflix right now, and it is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've been watching this since I was in grade school, and I've been watching it every year as soon as it came on Netflix. I think this series doesn't even need any more introduction just because of how good I think it is. And me trying to tell you guys how good it is won't do it any justice. So I think it's better to just watch it. Based on what I remember, this show tackles a lot of current issues that I think are relevant right now. Let me just list off a few. Maturity, because they are teens after all, war, and even a little bit of morality and ethics here and there. And I'm pretty sure everyone already knows the meme that Zuko has one of the best character arcs ever, so I think this show deserves the first mention in my video. Second series is The Good Place. I'm kinda sad I missed this train because apparently season 4 is their last season ever, and I honestly really like this show because it's funny and it gets real sometimes. And to be honest, I like this show because I get to flex sometimes that I get what they're saying, because I had a fun time in philosophy of ethics. Although I didn't really have a good grade in that class, I really did have a good time. I don't want to talk much about The Good Place because I don't want to ruin the experience for some of you guys, so just watch it and I'm sure you guys will like it. Third series is my second favorite Korean drama ever, and it's Itaewon Class. I think I've mentioned it in a vlog of how much I loved this series and how hooked I am from the very first episode. As to why I like it, I think it's mostly because it's not as lovey-dovey as the others. One of my closest friends put it best. It's super angsty, and I guess I can relate to the angst of the main character. I don't know why. I'm not even angsty. Or am I? And I guess I like this show because I can relate what I've been trying to learn in my management minor. So it's more of another flex that I can apply what I've been learning in school. Number 4 and the last on the TV series list. Number 4 and last on the TV series list is called Elite. If you watch Money Heist, which I've only, I think, watched the first 3 episodes of, you will find some familiar faces here, and their acting is on par or probably even better than Money Heist. The best way I can summarize or explain this series is basically rich kids getting their comeuppance. I don't know, I just like it because I see a lot of mata pobre people lately in Facebook, and it annoys me, and watching this show is just like, yeah, karma's a bitch. I'm gonna censor that. So now we can move on to movies that I think are really good. You can probably tell that my bias is more on action, comedy, and more action, and I'm sorry. First one on my list is actually going to be all the Spider-Man movies on Netflix, but that's limited to only Tom Holland movies and the Into the Spider-Verse. Personally, I think these are by far the best depictions of Spider-Man on screen. I have watched animated series before. Those are good. I think they are good. But then, when I watch these 3, I was just wordless. I was just speechless. I was like, yo, this is solid. To the point where my case for my AirPods, I rarely do this. My case for my AirPods are Spider-Man. I'll zoom in for you guys. Second movie is probably the epitome of what I like in movies. It's John Wick. I think it was what action films could be. I think at that point, the most memorable thing about action movies for me was the fact that it was all fast-paced. Everyone knew jujitsu. Everyone just like beating each other up, you know, like this. But John Wick, you could actually see the action. You could see everyone stabbing each other. You could see everyone's punching. Fights looked clear. Another thing I liked about John Wick is the fact that the lore is hidden, and I feel like it added to my interest because I wanted to watch more in order to find out the true backstory of what John Wick was. So let's move on from action, and I think it's time to have some laughs. And I think one of the best comedy films that I've ever watched was Superbad. I do have to warn you, this movie is pretty crass and dirty when it comes to its jokes because Jonah Hill goes hard as I can't really relate to this film because I'm a good boy, I think. And even though I'm not American, the relatability of some jokes still holds true for some reason. So I think it's just a good comedy film in general. So at this point, I want to talk about books next. And I'm sure some people already have left the video, but then, yeah, thank you. If you reached this point, I guess, thank you. First book on my list is called The Power of Habit. Charles Duhigg, the author of the book, basically talks about how habits work and how you can cultivate your own habits, you can remove habits by breaking down what the habit is. My main takeaway here is the fact that habits have three parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. So basically, something triggers you to do something, you do that thing, and you have an internal or external prize for yourself when you do that habit. Second book is another book related to self-help, and that's called The Productivity Project. The author, whose name escapes me right now, talks about just how you can become more productive and how you can shift your perspective on productivity. And my main takeaway from this book was something called the biological prime time. This basically means that everyone has their own specific time that they work best at. This changed my perspective because I used to think that I work best at night, but then upon reading this book, I actually tried to shift it a bit, tried to see where I'm actually more energetic at, and apparently it was in the morning, so now I'm more productive in the morning. So a lot of my important tasks are placed in the morning. Third book's title is gonna make me sound like such a loser, but then the book's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Oh my gosh, I am social, I promise. The best gist I can give regarding this book is the fact that it just talks about how you can interact with people and how you can influence those people. A lot of my friends know that in first year and second year, I wasn't really the most social of butterflies out there. But then come third year, fourth year, fifth year, I started improving. And I want to say it's because of this book. So the main takeaway point that I want to talk about in this book is actually reading the script. It's actually making me even more nervous reading it out loud. And it's actually called Be Genuinely Interested in People. I'm not that antisocial, just saying. But around second year or third year, I started to realize that I only actually ever cared about myself. And because of that, I actually forgot how to build meaningful relationships. And when I read this book and he said, you know, be genuinely interested in people, and actually, I guess it worked because now I have a bunch more friends when I started off college with. And it's not because I get something out of the friendship, it's more because I'm genuinely interested in understanding who they are and how they are as a person. So those are my book, TV series, and movie suggestions. Hopefully you guys found something that you haven't heard yet. I'm pretty basic, so I'm pretty sure that's not gonna be true. Again, I want to thank Kenneth Julio for commenting about this video. If you do have any ideas or any suggestions as to what type of video I should make, don't be afraid to comment them down below. I will try to tackle it as soon as I can. So yeah, keep them coming. I think it's now time to talk about the comments that people left on my last video called 3 Weird Things I Did as a Kid, just sharing my past life in Tugigaraw. Lulu commented, how come you didn't read the instructions of how to cook pancit canton at the back of its package? I actually did. It's more of I was just afraid of messing up cooking pancit canton for some reason, so I just ate it raw. Aga567 said, yo, your handwriting. I have no clue why he said this, if it's an insult or it's good. So I'm just gonna say thanks, dude. I've been working on this with the Polinian handwriting book for 10 years. Philip Paner says, what a weirdo. Yeah, it was pretty weird. I do accept that. So, Bobfish, who, by the way, I forgot who Bobfish is. At some point in my life, I know who this Bobfish is. Bobfish, can you please tell me who you are? I'm genuinely curious who this person is. And he commented, wow, machoism. Yeah, I mean, I was a kid. And last comment was Tom. Pretty sure this isn't my friend Tom. He says, cool video, keep up the amazing work. And yeah, thank you, Tom. I've been trying to improve my content, I guess. But again, thank you. Let me just say it again. If you do have anything funny or you want to roast me, just comment down below and I will try to feature it in the next video. Before I forget, my socials are right here. Follow me on Instagram, like my page on Facebook. If you want to get in touch with me, my email is down below. But the best way to really get in contact is through my Facebook page because I check Facebook a lot. Hey guys, Future Marco here, and I forgot to ask you guys the question of the video, which is what are your book, TV series, and movie suggestions? If I have watched it, we can probably talk about it in the comments, but if I haven't, I'll try to get to it so we can talk about it. Okay, back to past Marco. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys found this entertaining, helpful, or insightful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think I said that already. Next video is here. Subscribe here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, that's pretty much it.